In the world of martial arts, there is a code of honor that every fighter must obey. But what happens when some choose to ignore the laws of justice and morality? As the ancient wisdom says, karma is like a shadow, it always follows you. But there are fighters who allow themselves to commit dastardly deeds, thinking they are invulnerable. In this video, we'll talk about the fighters who dishonor the martial arts world, and whose treacherous actions have not gone unpunished. Get ready for amazing stories of how the force of justice will punish those who cross the line. On the fighting reality show, organizers apparently forgot to place the rat traps, so the rodent was able to sneakily hit Shamil Gamov. This fighter's name is Roman Avdal, and he is known for his scandalous behavior. The bout between them was organized immediately. It took place in a cage so that the rascal could not escape. It was symbolic that the rat was in the rat corner, wearing rat shorts and rat gloves. From the start, Gamov dominated, and the scoundrel decided to show his scumbag nature again by poking opponent's eye. This infuriated Gamov, and he continued to smash sneaky Avdal's muzzle. The rodent was missing blows, apparently distracted by the nuts and butts of the girls on the beach. Gamov won the fight by unanimous decision and completely discouraged the scoundrel from doing filthy moves again. This cocky fighter's name is Lorenzo, and he's got quite a few dirty actions on his service record. He planted a tomato in his opponent's face, sneakily punched after the bell, and cowardly slapped his opponents. He also humiliated the champion by taking his belt and trying to hammer a nail with it. But the karma delivery works well, and in the role of courier was Gustavo Trurio. In the fight, Hunt behaved too showy, disrespecting his young opponent. But after festival of cockiness by Hunt, his hunt was over. Trurio delivered a powerful blow of redemption and sent the scoundrel kissing the canvas. While the knocked-out rodent was getting up, he looked like a toddler learning to walk all over again. Trurio brutally punished the dirty scumbag for all despicable actions. Murat faced Andrei Borisov at the bare knuckle tournament and committed a despicable act. From the very beginning of the fight, Borisov provoked his humble opponent in every way possible. And at the end of the round, arrogant Borisov humiliated his opponent by ignoring the handshake. Wanting to re-educate the guest of a cheap tanning salon, Artulov knocked all the tan off him. Realizing that the opponent is a head taller, Borisov committed an act worthy of the status of a king of rats. But Artulov ate those punches, showing his vile opponent his steel jaw. In the third round, the good-natured Artulov, out of habit, again showed a gesture of respect, while the scoundrel continued to show his despicable nature. Tired of his sneaky behavior, Artulov turned on the killer mode and began to beat the crap out of the hamster. The fight ended with Artulov winning by unanimous decision, and the little rat was punished. This is Shavkal Cherchayev, a dirty fighter who committed despicable acts. He is the one who attacked Paulo Costa at the UFC tournament in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, shit!
And when one fighter invited Cherchayev on a podcast, he did a real rat act. But karma caught up with him in a fight against Anatoli Nadratowski, who resembled a discount McGregor. The fight started with an incredible knee from Cherchayev, but Nadratowski ate it. Nadratowski then put out the scoundrel's insolence like a gangster. Then Rodent made the fatal mistake of taking the fight to the floor because Nadratowski gave hell to the scumbag.
Хорошо работает Надратовский, учит ногу Черчаев, не получается. Здесь правый локоть, мне кажется, напрашивается использовать корпус.
By the end of the fight, exhausted scoundrel looked like a drunken girl in a bar at the end of the night.
Совсем обессиленный шапал и там... Взрываться, конечно. Он выглядит свежим.
Nadratowski made the Rodent realize that fighting in the cage is more difficult than sucker punching his opponents by punishing the dirty rat. This is Ali Hiba, and he's a real ambassador of scumbag action. And at one of the tournaments, the Rodent decided to challenge Vitaly Kurilenok to a fight by provoking him with a sucker punch. Karma Delivery came to punish this hamster, and the Karma car was driven by Nar Simonian. In the fight, Rat showed his true face and struck a sneaky blow during the greeting. Further, the cowardly Rodent with its paws did not let the employee of the deratization service get close to him, but as soon as the scoundrel lost its vigilance, the mustached Punisher started to destroy it. Simonian took the Rodent by the paw and took it on a roller coaster ride. The rascal was unable to continue the fight and was punished with a VIP ticket to the hospital. This giant monster's name is... Looking like a friend of Godzilla and Kong, he swept his opponents left and right. One day he faced Russian fighter Pyotr Romanovich. Romanovich feared the power of cholesterol monster, although Zulu's shape is easily described as...
His body type is kind of weird. He's like a fat skinny guy, you know, like he's skinny but he's fat at the same time, so...
In one moment, overconfident Zulu started mocking his opponent, and it became clear that he's not a monster, but a cheap Brazilian actor. Realizing his beast's aura doesn't put fear in Romanovich, Zulu started using weight advantage. Fat Belt in BJJ couldn't do anything on the ground and treated Russian as a pregnancy pillow. Romanovich didn't want to let the victory slip away from his hands, so he let his feet decide the fate of this fight. Zuluzinho fell, shaking the ground and shifting tectonic plates. Romanovich won and punished the cocky Zulu. This is Pelle Reed, a professional fighter who became famous for knocking out Vitaly Klitschko. In March 2003, this kicker shared the ring with another legend, Sefo. From the start of the fight, Reed's kicks became an impenetrable frontier for Sefo.
Удар топор и навстречу опережает. Второй раунд и еще раз.
Believing in his small success, the cocky kicker began to brazenly taunt the veteran.
Пеле. Платит той же монетой. Довольно одного пропущенного удара, чтобы...
But all these mental games only amused the legend. Then, Reed, like a real rat, took Sefo's kindness for weakness and sneakily kicked the legend in the groin. Apparently, the Rodent had started hunting for Sefo's nuts. Master Sefo couldn't stand such filth and began his punitive expedition.
Попал Sefo! А вот сейчас Рейд в полной мере отведал.
The pathetic Rodent attempted to use cuddles and tried to escape in the clinch, but it was too late. The Samoan threw the scoundrel off the sporting Olympus with his hammers, proving that he didn't belong next to the legends.
Рейд чудом стоит на ногах.
Scoundrels and rascals in the name of victory turn a courageous duel into a carnival of disrespect and meanness, whose actions would be committed only by sewer rats. If you enjoyed watching, click the like button and subscribe to our channel.